Hello, Libra. Here is your weekly reading. So first up, you have the Ace of Potions, which is the Ace of Cups, the King of Potions, which is the King of Cups, the Four of Presents, which is the Four of Pentacles in this deck, and then in your reverse position, you have the Queen of Wands. And I also have some oracle cards for you. I'll get to those in a second. But I just kind of have this feeling that you guys might be coming off some, I don't want to say turmoil or something. Something might have been going on. And I feel like you're almost in like the recovery phase in a sense. Let's kind of delve a little further. So the Ace of Potions represents starting some new emotional endeavor. It could be something that you are gonna do, but it's something to do with like your emotions, something that you want to do. It's something tied to the heart in a sense, like an emotional aspect. It could represent meeting somebody new. And so we'll get to that in a second. But the King of Cups, he's very good with his emotions. Like he's mastered his feelings. He doesn't let his feelings control him. He controls them. So he's this very empathetic, sympathetic type of person. He's very, you can talk to him easily. He's very understanding, and he's kind of like wants to help you through whatever personal thing you're going through emotionally. He's very good in that aspect. And the Four of Presents is a card of financial management in a sense, but it doesn't have to just be finances. The Pentacles represent the tangible assets of our lives, the tangible things like money, things like that, those kind of aspects. And it's all about kind of feeling that you don't have enough. Now, the Queen of Wands in the reverse position, typically when she's upright, she's like a social butterfly. She's out there, she's networking, she's socializing. But when she's reversed, she's very to herself. It's time of like, it represents a time of introspection, or kind of just staying out of the limelight in a sense, or just kind of keeping to yourself a little bit more. But it can also represent you've come to a place of where you feel confident in yourself, and you don't need to, how do I want to say this? You don't have to impress other people because you have the confidence in yourself. So there's she represents a lot of different aspects, but it's interesting because let's say, I think that this Ace of Potions, this could be, let's say, like a new love coming in, and then the person that you're going to meet could represent this King of Pentacles, King of Cups. I saw the P, thought Pentacles, but the King of Cups. And then the Four of Pentacles here could represent like you wanting to kind of keep this person to yourself, and then maybe you don't want to share this person with other people, in a sense of letting other people know you just gonna keep your relationship or whatever this is a secret. And I definitely think that could apply to relationships, but I also think it could apply to other things. Like for instance, if you're changing your mind for something, I feel like to me some of this energy here kind of is like maybe you came off of something where you're having like a period of, I don't say reflection, but sometimes, we need to take a minute to ourselves and kind of, I don't want to say rebuild, but just figure certain things out. So I just feel like you might have something that's been going on, and you might be changing directions in a certain kind of way, but whatever this change is, it's more to do with something that you're emotionally invested in. It's something that kind of hits you in your heart in a sense. And then I feel like this King of Pentacles could either represent your being very logical about this and not letting the emotions overcome you with whatever this change is, or it could really represent that you are having help. There's somebody that maybe a confidant, friend, family that you're actually discussing this with, and they're really have your back. But I would feel like this is one person. I feel like this is not like a group of people you're telling this to, because considering this is more introspection, this is like in the upright position, she's all about the social life. In the reverse position, she's really kind of just focusing on herself. So I'm thinking that maybe this King of Pentacles could just be one friend that you're discussing whatever emotional thing that you're changing, whatever new thing you're going to be starting or changing. you're discussing, I feel like this could be, you're discussing this with one friend and you don't really want to discuss this with too many other people. You just kind of want to keep it to yourself, because these two energies are all about kind of like holding on to something. So I think that's what you might be dealing with this week, which is not a bad thing. Sometimes it's good to kind of keep something to yourself until you figure out some of the finer details, because occasionally when we share too many things up front, that gives time for other people to, the naysayers, they might say something and it might kind of like deter almost. And because I feel like whatever this is, it has to do with like something that is a little bit more on an emotional level. So sometimes that, I don't want to say it hurts more than if it's a thought or a logical level, but sometimes our hearts, when our hearts want something, sometimes it's more, there's more feeling towards it, or more kind of a desire to it. So let's continue with some of the oracles. So you got Belladonna. It says silence, listen more and be quiet, which is really going on with these two things over here. So I really think whatever this is, whatever new thing you're doing or new way you're going about something, I think you're going to be kind of keeping it to yourself for a little bit. And then you have Archangel Lavender, prepare for soul healing, forgive and release everyone. And this kind of was what made me think that maybe whatever change you're doing was something because of some hurt you might have experienced in the past. And maybe that's why you're keeping it to yourself, because it could have been something that you might have tried once before, but somebody had something to say about it. And this time around, you're like, okay, well, I'm going to do things a little differently. I'm not going to mention this to anybody, and I'm just going to kind of keep quiet about it, because I definitely think that this is going to be good for you. But I definitely feel like there's like kind of an element of like healing in here. Like, I think this is definitely going to be good for you, but I think there's a little bit of a self-recovery in a sense. It's because then you have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And I think this is important. So this is definitely important, to love yourself first. And then you have Labradite, which is see the magic. And you also got Euconite, live in the now. So whatever happened in the past might have kind of shaken you a little bit. And I think this is saying that just remember there's beauty in the world still. Whatever happened in the past, you can't continue that in the future. You can't bring that baggage with you, in a sense that you should just focus on now. Focus on the healing and just focus on kind of like the good things. Because I do really think that this King of Potions here, I really think, to me, this is somebody that's, I feel like this might be for you, somebody that's trying to help you out, like a friend or something. But I feel like with this situation, you're not just all over Facebook talking about it. Let's put it that way. Like, I think it's something that you're kind of keeping closer to home, like keeping closer to yourself. You're just not discussing it with the world yet. So then you have, some people feel the rain, others just get wet. So I really feel like you're coming off of a rainy period, but I definitely think that you need to kind of just, I think whatever change you're making is going to be good. I just think this is kind of saying maybe keep it to yourself for a minute, and you're going to get to where it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. But I just really feel like you guys have a little bit of heaviness going on. Okay. So think of a question. We're going to get to the Magic 8 Ball in a second. But first, we shall see what Spirit of the Dish is with you guys for the upcoming week. You guys got the Queen of Mains, which is the turkey. So you got the turkey. And let's see what dinner and a movie you're going to be... what dinner and a movie does the universe recommend if you want to watch dinner and have a movie? If you want to watch dinner and a movie, let's see what you get. It says thriller and Italian. Oh, let me put that up right. So thriller and Italian. And then let's get your numbers and letters. M-O-P-S. Then you got 8, 4, and 3. And then let's see what stone is for you guys. So you guys got 2. You guys got relax and courage. I really feel like this energy, I really feel like you guys been through a little bit of something. And I think this is really saying that you need to, I'm not saying you're starting new, but I think you need to like ground yourself and kind of start fresh a little bit. So I think you have I really believe that you're going to be fine. I think that you have the courage to move on, but I think with this, I feel like, because sometimes with this card, I feel like this is a little bit of, this card could obviously represent, I mean, it does represent not having enough or feeling like you don't have enough, but it doesn't say that you actually don't have enough. It just says that you may feel like you don't have enough. But you can also take this card in, you're being strategic. Like, let's say if you're being super aware of your finances or something, you're being super strategic and you're planning ahead. So I feel like you guys might be planning ahead for something, but you're keeping it to yourself a little bit. But I do think with this King of Potions, because he's a really, I always envision him as a really nice person, like somebody that's very helpful, somebody that is easy to talk to, somebody that doesn't judge you. They're just very kind of, they listen, they offer very sound advice, and they have your best interest at heart as far as helping you through whatever emotional block or emotional situation you might be feeling. So I think that this is really going to help spur you forward. And I wonder if through this, you're going to be kind of a little more strategic, because I'm wondering if, because if you're this social butterfly, I'm wondering if somebody said or did something to you in the past that really upset you, and that's why you have these healing cards and love yourself first and see the magic and this, you know, this get wet card and everything, and even the silence, because I wonder if somebody said or did something to you and now you're kind of being a little bit more strategic, at least with what and who you say it to, which is not always a bad thing. So especially because if this is something you're starting, it could be something that really grows into something very nice, because this is all about creativity. Or it even could be a beginning of a new friendship. But it could be something that you want to keep to yourself until it grows a little bit further, whatever this represents for you. So yeah, Libras. Okay, so let's do your magic 8-ball. Okay, think of your question, Libras. Here we go. Oh, mystical, magical 8-ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to Libra's question? It says, without a doubt. There you go, guys. Without a doubt. The 8-ball has spoken. Okay, I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye.